the person who worked hardest in that fight? The referee. He worked up a right sweat, and that's not surprising because James DeGale and Matt Ford had a bare-knuckle boxing fight with hardly any punches thrown. So James DeGale, spoiler alert folks, won, but only because Matt Ford had 3 points taken away from him. Right from the beginning, James DeGale had said, in rather somnolent, quiet lead-ups to this fight, and I didn't expect it to be any good, and he was at it in this fight. I mean, he was on his toes. Ford, not that kind of fighter. James DeGale had said that he'd seen Ford wanting to clinch and punch, and he did that in the first round. He then, at the bell, or just after the bell, got into a clinch and headbutted James DeGale. James DeGale then wanted to get one back on him, pushed the referee for doing that, didn't get any points off for that, but Ford got 2 points off for that. In the second round, he started, did Floyd, with what looked to be an attempt at a guillotine. He would actually put a guillotine on in the third round, take him to the floor, put a guillotine on. Now, I don't know whether there's a simmering enmity here because they were arguing on the lead up to this, although DeGale didn't look very interested particularly. Now I see how interested he was in the ring and was trying to box. I think one of his punches got through, just the one. It was an overhand right. I might have missed some because I was like this a lot of the time. But he did look at it, and I think the kind of quietude or the boredom in the lead-ups was more sort of, well, I'm better than this. It could have been. I don't know, but it could have been. However, with a fight like that, there were boos. DeGale had a point off for low blows, and they were hitting on the break, I think. And there were boos, and then there was no noise at the end of it. I don't think that James DeGale will be invited back to any other bare-knuckle boxing. What am I saying? Of course he will, but they'll be lower, because BKFC is seen as the main bare-knuckle, isn't it? It was a terrible fight. In fact, it wasn't a fight. It was just a brawl. And even bare-knuckle boxing doesn't want that.